Hello everyone, and welcome back to the final day of the Summer Dreamathon 2022. I'm your host, Adrian BG. After that great run of Magic Knight Rare by Sheptop, we have here Spyro, Year of the Dragon, any percent, run by dereklander.
Hey, how's it going?
All good, how are you?
I'm doing great. How's the marathon been?
It's been great.
Very good to hear.
So if you want to introduce the game first, or you want to just jump into the run, we
you
can
know
count
what?
down your choice.
I think it's better just to jump in because I think that's where the magic is. I think it's going to be way more impactful just to get things going and just struggle to explain tricks than actually explain them. So yeah, for sure.
Alright, countdown whenever you're ready.
Alright, timing starts as soon as I click new game, which should be in 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck.
Good luck. Now, the first thing I'm going to mention with Spyro 3 80% is a really fun issue with PS2s, where sometimes the cutscenes can get frozen. And when this happens, we have to open the disk tray and close it, and it usually takes like 30 seconds. So we're trying to make sure we don't crash on any cutscene. We are good. And yes, that is included past the intro, so it's very annoying time loss. So for Spyro 3 80%, pretty straightforward. Most Spyro games, you might have heard of them before, you may have seen them before. It's all about collecting gems, and in this one, it's also eggs. In this game, and more importantly, this category, gems are worthless. We're gonna get to the end of every single level, and then every time there's a egg requirement to enter a certain area, we're gonna like skip into it. So first up we have is Sunny Villa, not high enough. Not quite. And the first thing we're going to try to hit is a Rhinoc proxy. Rhinoc proxy is very simple. Basically, you're going to flame the enemy. Then once you get inside him, you're going to do a bunch of bun inputs. And if you do it right, you can get flanked up pretty high, like so. And that lets us skip a cutscene. There's a cutscene if you go around the normal way. And it saves a little bit of time. So very nice, very nice. It's a pretty difficult trick. It's very easy to reset on that. I've done it multiple times. But we're through, so no resets. Then coming up here, we have a terrible trick known as Waterfall Swim in Air. In Spyro games, the developers really didn't program the water great. And because of that, Spyro can kind of just, yeah. Spyro can just clip the edge of the water plane and then get the swim, but won't actually be inside the water. And then we can go out of bounds and enter Seesaw Shore. That was very quick, I'm sorry, but it was beautiful. And that's how we skip all the egg requirements. Half of the time we are going to go out of bounds. And the reason we do that is because a lot of these levels have ridiculous egg requirements. I'm talking like 15 eggs or something, like off bat. It really wants you to fully complete the game. It really wants you to go for 100%. But with a game like this, they had to store the portal somewhere. And most of the time, they put it underneath the original portal. Because they're like, you know, no one's going to be able to get underneath the map and like enter it. We'll just store them there. And because of that, we can actually get into every single level. In different ways. All of them involve out of bounds, though. So, that's Seesaw Shore done. And that's already one egg requirement we skipped. So yeah, with all these levels, basically we're gonna get to the end, grab the only eggs we need, which is the end of level eggs. And after that, we're going to leave. That is the only eggs we're going to grab. A lot of egg talk. Before, there used to be a category called 100 egg, because that's how many eggs you needed to get to enter the sorceress. And then a little-known fella known as Tuval discovered all of these skips and all kinds of things, and he basically made it to where any percent actually became a category. They had to split the leaderboard because so many tricks were found at once that were just game-breaking. So like right here, I basically just skipped the whirlwind section, and we go underneath Mullen Crater, and there's the portal stored underneath. Mullen Crater usually wants, I believe, 8 eggs, 8 or 12. So I have to do that. Then here we have disappointment. That was me trying to go for a trick, but I missed it, which I guess is a blessing because now I don't have to describe it. But I guess now is a good time to explain Spyro terminology. It's very interesting because most games the terminology is pretty simple. With Spyro, I would say it's kind of like complex. Basically, all you need to know is when I say proxy, basically that's our way of saying like getting a bunch of height or getting squeezed out of something. Basically, anytime Spyro's hitbox is inside another enemy's like hitbox, the game doesn't like that and it tries to get us out as quick as possible. And because of that, we can take advantage of that, and in certain situations, we can get squeezed out of certain areas, or we can get, like, you know, inside other enemies, and we can get launched up very high or very fast. And that's obviously good for us, because that's how we're going to do half of these skips in the second half. And I've talked out a bunch, so here we go. Here is Cloud Spires. Another interesting fact about Spyro 3 was this game was rushed. Very bad. So bad, in fact, that the portals that are located on the other side of this wall trigger from behind it. So I just entered a portal, and it leads right to the end of the level. Spyro 3 being the last Spyro game, a lot of pressure for them to include a bunch of stuff, was basically in development hell for a long period of time. And came out, got good reviews, did great, but it definitely was prone to more bugs and more issues than other Spyro games. Spyro 1 probably being the close-knit with the few glitches that game even has. So here I'm going to do that whirlwind skip again to get out of bounds, except I'm going to go over here and get swim in air. And with this swim in air, we can enter Sheila's Alp. Sheila's Alp is goaded by Moneybags. You guys may know Moneybags. He wants gems. He wants 400 gems and he'll let the kangaroo free. We aren't collecting gems, that's slow, so we are going to skip in and free the kangaroo by ourselves. Almost a prison break. So now we're inside the section, and this is a slow point of the run, so now's a good time to tell you guys about myself and I guess what I've been doing. So my name is dereklander, and I've been running the Spyro games and Crash games for almost a year. I run on a PS2, and I own all the copies of Spyro 1, 2, and 3, and Crash 1, 2, and 3. I usually run the full completion categories, so more 100% and full completion like that, but I dabble in any percent categories like this every once in a while. And that's about it. I've been doing it for 1 year, and I've been really enjoying it. And we'll see how long it goes. So now we got Nand, and that level's done. Now, here comes a boss fight. So, in Spyro 3, well, in Spyro 2, I guess, they really emphasized boss fights, and they weren't really, like, the best. But in Spyro 3, they emphasized them even more, so we have about, like, 4 bosses to do in this run. First one we have up is Buzz, and also hoping for not a cutscene crash. Good. Remember, every cutscene can crash, and at some point it probably will. But, first up we have is Buzz. Buzz, he is a complete joke when we get down to it, because the programmers programmed Buzz in a way to where he won't attack if you're not looking at him. So once he gets back to the arena, we're going to look away, and then we are going to charge again. And this is the whole fight. Just look away from Buzz and charge him. I promise you, anyone in chat right now could take the controller and do this. It is not hard, folks. The hardest part, to be honest, is just getting to the edge of the arena and not, like, accidentally, like, charging off. That's it. So, boss 1, pretty big joke, and just like that, he's done. And here I'm going to look down, and you can actually get the camera to glitch out and change the arena upside down, but did not get it, which is fine. And that is Hub 1 done. We are probably 33% of the way done. 30%. I don't know. I'm not a mathematician. So that was a pretty good hub 1. Everything went good. Missed a few tricks, but hit the ones we needed to hit to actually progress. So that's good. Then coming up here, we're going to get a little brief talk from Bianca. She's going to tell us you really don't want to do this, dragon, blah, blah, blah. Pretty much intimidation. We're going to ignore her, go under the bridge like the troll we are, and then we're going to try to get bridge swim. It's a little exploit where basically we're going to swim through the bridge and be able to swim in air. This trick is very annoying. As such, I've missed it twice now. But if we get it... Yeah, that's a third miss. That's impressive. If we get it, ever, Spyro will be able to swim through the air and we can access other levels we're not supposed to. There we go, finally. That trick is pretty rough. Then we're going to head over to Sergeant Bird. Just like that. So we already dealt with Sheila, which is one of the side characters in Spyro 3. And basically, Spyro 3 has 4 side characters, so Sheila's one of them. This one is Sergeant Bird. He is a flying little bird, I guess. I know, very, very descriptive, I know. And we are basically going to try to fly through his level as quick as possible. So if we hold both shoulder buttons, for some reason he strafes side to side. Because each shoulder button, I guess, strafes. So if you hold L1, he strafes to the left. If you hold R1, he strafes to the right. You know, pretty self-explanatory. But if you hold both, the game gets, like, freaked out. And he basically strafes in place, but he gets the strafe speed. So because of that, he zooms. Like, usually Bird would not be this quick at all. But because of that, we can take advantage of it and hopefully get this level done soon. We need to kill these enemies over here, so this bird we are escorting can come over here and give us the egg for this level. Oh, and I'm in its path, my bad.
Mission accomplished.
Yeah, no crashes indeed, yeah. Yeah. Spyro 3, to be honest, as a speedrunner, a lot of it is just hoping the cutscenes don't crash and hoping that, you know, all the tricks go good. Because it's a very trick-heavy category. Every single level we have to use a glitch. Even to enter the level we have to use a glitch, so that's one. And then, see right here, 25 eggs. We are going to use a very complex set of movements where we go over to the left a little bit, dive down to the right, go straight, and bam. And there we enter a spooky swamp. That was actually really clean. Here we're going to go for a croc proxy. Basically, you can proxy off of these crocodiles, and we get it. Oh my gosh. You can proxy off those crocodiles once they land, and because of that, you can get launched up high and skip to the end of the level, like we just did. Saves almost like 30 seconds. Wow, okay. This run is... I don't want to say PB pace, but wow. Other than Bridge Swim, it's been fantastic. Sick. So now we're back here. Again, like, even though we completed the level, it's still locked. So the game really emphasizes these egg requirements. Another one over here is bamboo, but we can fly to it from out of bounds and skip the 30 egg requirement. So yeah, we're supposed to have 30 eggs by Hub 2. I believe we have like 7. So by now we are completely under-egged. No, we have 9, sorry. So we are completely under-egged for like every single level. And then coming up we have another proxy. We have a squeeze proxy. Again, this run just does not stop with tricks. And we get the squeeze proxy. Oh my gosh, now we can go through the terrain and basically fly to the end of the level. Because the end of the level is located right here. Wow. Wow. Going very good.
We would be...
Free Tom. Sing Sing is going to release the bridge. That lets us enter the side area there. We don't care about that. And we are done with that. Good, good. Alright, so Hub 2 is like probably halfway done already. We have been killing it this run. Up here, we're going to do what are known as spin jumps. Basically, in Spyro 3, you can get more height with Spyro if you spin around. Because his hitbox, is kind of disjointed. So if you face away from a wall and then spin into it with a full hop, you can get more height than the developers intended. And because of that, you can do that little shortcut where you can hit the top thing with a fireball, top little target thing, and unlock this arena early. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh. Okay, this run is on PB pace. I'll try to focus. That is a squeeze proxy. Also, sorry for audio. I'll explain both at once. So basically the audio here is messed up. There's a flag in the game's code that makes it to where the rocket sound effects are like 12 decibels louder than like every other sound effect. So I want to apologize for that, first of all. And no, there was nothing we can do about that. It is always that loud. But second of all, we got a squeeze proxy. We basically flamed the Rhinoc guy into the corner. And usually you get a little bit of height. It usually depends how much height you get if you can skip to the end. We got way too much height. And we basically was able to fly all the way to the end. So, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Goodness, this run's been fantastic for not playing for months. Wow. Yeah, I don't know why those... I guess I know why the rockets are so loud. This game was rushed, but yeah, it's pretty ridiculous. Here we have a tight glide, and I do mean tight. This glide is pretty annoying. Oh, just made it. Absolutely gaming out of my mind. Oh my gosh. Keep you guys updated with the PB, because I feel like we might as well now. I am going to be like 20 seconds ahead of PB.
Oh, by the way...
Wow. Simply put, the developers didn't think you could make that glide. You can. So they should have moved it back a few more. But they didn't, so we take advantage of that. And now we have Spike. Good old Spike. He is the second boss of the game. And as Buzz was a joke, Spike is basically the exact opposite. Like, Buzz was a joke, let's be honest. I just faced away from him, hit him. Spike is very aggressive. He is a beginner's trap. He has this gun that's going to shoot projectiles at us. And basically, he is very aggressive at times. Sometimes he will shoot when he's not supposed to. And sometimes he'll shoot as soon as he starts looking at me. And he can get some cheap shots in. Okay, speaking of cheap shots, I have taken 2 hits now. Oh my gosh, okay. Now, dying on Spike would be pretty embarrassing, so I'm gonna not do that. Gonna grab the fodder here. Oh my gosh. I just died on Spike. Now PB is dead. Oh no! Alright, that sucks. Yeah, remember when I said Spike is way more aggressive than, Yeah, Spike is way more aggressive than the first boss, Buzz. Wow. Wow, 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 did he just destroy me that time. And as a speedrunner, I mean, there's not a whole lot we can do because we want to do this fight fast. It all just depends when he shoots. So, like, right now he's shooting and, like, he's not even close. But the last time when he was shooting, he was just on top of it. So it's just annoying. A little bit of RNG. Yeah, sad face. Very sad face. So that's Spike done, and we're moving on to Hub 3. Hub 3 is the last hub we do legit. Because Hub 4 has a skip where we can basically just go straight to the final boss. So every single level in Hub 4 we don't do. So this is the last hub where we're gonna grab the end of level eggs. Starting with the first trick, and probably the hardest out of bounds, and that is Bentley skip. So basically, Moneybags, he's here again. He had Sheila for 400 gems, he had Bird for 800. He wants us to pay 1,200 gems to free Bentley. And that's just way too much gems. I mean, 1,200, I don't have that, I have like 200. So we have to do this very complex out of bounds, where we go clip through a mountain, and we need to curve in like right here, and I missed it. Yeah, that is to be expected. And we get put back here, and now we try again. This is easily the hardest out of bounds in the whole game, bar none. It also doesn't help that there is another level next to Bentley's portal called Honey Speedway, and they're basically side by side. So because of that, we have to really curve around, because we don't want to accidentally go into Honey Speedway, because we don't have to do the speedways for this run. There we go. That should be Bentley, and it is. You can tell based on the loading animation. It's a little blue background with the white mountains. We know we're good. And then this is the last side character we're going to see in this run. His name is Bentley, as mentioned. And he's very slow. Yo, thanks for the good luck, Jeremy Thompson. Jeremy Thompson, I might as well mention it because Bentley is very slow, is the world record holder in Spyro 3 80%. World record holder, my bad. And very, very, very intelligent at this game. And very good. So, appreciate you stopping by, Jeremy. Good to see you as always. I wasn't even supposed to be here. You know, I'm gonna get off script for a bit. It was supposed to be Dylan. But Dylan apparently had practice, and he called him the backup, and I'm the backup, so... But it is good to see it. It's good to be playing some 3 again. It's been a minute for me. It's been almost, I think, 3 months. And we was almost on PB pace. Then it went downhill. Yeah, I probably shouldn't. Yeah. Entirely playing you're supposed to be. I wish. I wish. But anyways, Bentley level, it's pretty simple. You just follow Bartholomew, which is the little Yeti guy. I don't know what he is. And you basically just escort him through this mission. You gotta hit the gong so the ice can fall. And you also have to push these blocks at the end so he can make these jumps. Very straightforward level, not very much to talk about. That's the reason I kind of spent that time talking about Jeremy and Dylan. And that is that. Now we are going over to Frozen Altars. And here we want to hit Mammoth Proxy. Mammoth Proxy is going to let us skip through the entire level. And, it's going to be very flashy if I hit it. If not, we have a backup. It's called Ice Wall Proxy. People aren't a fan of it, but I will do it. Just to show you what it is. If I miss Mammoth.
Welcome to...
Which hopefully I don't. So this is the Mammoth. Oh no! And I got proxy bonked. Basically, you can get proxy bonked if you proxy a little too good. Is how we like to put it as. If your proxy is too good or almost too precise, that can happen. I don't know why, but very annoying, so we will have to do the ice wall backup. Ice wall, you're supposed to melt the ice walls and go through the level. You can melt it almost to where it's done, but not quite. It then gets stuck between it. Yeah, that is unfortunate.
Thanks for helping out.
I have actually, like, never proxy bonked on the Mammoth, like, in a while. No, not even ever. I don't think I ever have. If I proxy bonk, it's usually in Sunny Villa. That was not expected. Fair enough, I guess. Fair enough. Alright, coming out of Frozen Altars, we're going to Fireworks Factory. Fireworks Factory has a trick that I will almost guarantee not hit. It is called Firefly Proxy, and it's where you need to proxy off of a little Firefly fodder. And it's very difficult, very, very small box, and I will almost guarantee not get it. If you hit it though, it saves an insane amount of time. I'm talking like 30-40 seconds. But it's very difficult. It's on this Firefly over here. We need to flame it, then... Yep. It's not going to work. Basically, that Firefly right there, you need to flame it, and then try to get a proxy off of it to where you get launched high enough so you can get to the second floor. The reason it saves so much time is because the only other backup to this level is to run through. And running through is very slow, because we have to go all the way around, get this cutscene, and then go all the way back where Firefly would have put us. So that sucks that we missed it, but it's to be expected at my skill level. I'd say only like top like maybe 5 or even 10 runners like go for that trick. And even then, they're still like, you know, like not perfect with it. It's definitely home to a lot of resets. But we can just run around and that's Fireworks Factory done.
If you see him,
Bam bam. And coming up next, we have good old Lost Fleet. Lost Fleet is going to be an interesting level because depending on how we do it is how we're going to do Charmed Ridge. There is a mechanic in this game called Zombie, which is where if you pause and you leave the level, I believe it's frame perfect, the same frame, you take damage. Basically, you get put in the state to where the game doesn't recognize that Spyro is, you know, still alive. And it's going to let us enter Charmed Ridge without meeting the egg requirement. So this level is another escort mission. We're going to run through it. Try to avoid getting health. Try to actually take some damage at points. Oh my gosh, okay, he was a slow swinger. That's fine. Okay, we're slowing that attack swing. That's fine, we can do it on blue. Going to follow this guy. He's going to give us a dialogue box, give us an egg, and then this is where zombie happens. Like I said, we need to pause on the same frame Spyro takes damage, and you can tell if you get it based on the vibration, if you're playing with vibration. If you pause and it not quite. If you pause and the controller still vibrates, then that means you did it. Failed it once, that's quite sad. Won't fail it twice though. I will fail it twice, okay. Well, now we're in a bit of a pickle because now I'm gonna have to hit Zombie Cat. Don't miss it again, that'd be really embarrassing. I'm gonna miss it again, okay. And that's a game over. Now PB's dead. PB was dead ever since Frozen Ultras when I proxy bonked. But PB is now more dead. It's really not that tough of a trick, even though it's frame perfect. We've gotten very good at like hitting the frame. I'm just not warmed up in 3 any, so for some reason I'm going to miss it. But that's fine, we'll re-enter it. We're still way ahead of estimate. I could basically get a ham sandwich and come back and we'd still be ahead of estimate. So, not a problem at all. There we go. Now we got it. And once we get it, that's going to be very useful because since the game thinks Spyro is dead, it doesn't really, like, tell Spyro that he's supposed to be stopped swimming once he goes above the water plane. So we could just go out of bounds, kind of go underneath the map, and enter Charmed Ridge. So we're going to go about right here, and enter Charmed Ridge. There we go. And then next up we have Cat Proxy. One of the last tricks of the run. We're actually getting close to the end. Cat Proxy is a very, I don't want to say difficult, but kind of rough trick, where we need to flame these cat enemies, and then while they're on the ground, we need to proxy off of them. So something like that will work, and then we can glide all the way to the end. Very nice, very nice. It's a pretty tough glide. Not a tough glide, it's a pretty tough trick for beginners, but if you practice it, it's becomes very doable. And it's also very important, because if you don't do this trick, just like with good old Fireworks Factory, you have to run around the entire level. It's basically going to save you like 40 seconds, if not more, in this level's case. Plus, with Zombie, you will need to take a death abuse, because you won't be able to get in the whirlwind. That's kind of a side note. I'm just going on tangent. Alright, now we have Scorch. This is going to be the last boss we face before the final boss. So,
that's it.
to wrap up things, Buzz was a joke, Scorch was awful. Not Scorch, Spike was awful. Here is Scorch. He is all RNG, because Bentley can throw us some rockets. He's gonna say, "Hello, Spyro, this might be our last chance to defeat the sorceress." and he's going to give us rockets. It's either going to be green or red. Basically, both rockets do the exact same amount of damage, except one gives you 1 shot and one gives you 50. So because of that, we want reds. Because with red rockets, as we can kind of see here, I'm kind of just going to kind of just spawn shoot him, you know? Like, not really let him move, kind of just, like, hit him as soon as he becomes vulnerable. If I had green rockets, this would become much more of a challenge, because... And... I'm... Spin jump. Boy, favorite category. I died. In case you need an explanation why I died, basically, since I hit cat proxy after the zombie, I only had 1 hit point, and I didn't think about that, and I kind of just jumped at the enemy, knowing that there was a chance that he's gonna hit me if I don't spin jump, and I just didn't think about it. Yeah, the death was for RNG minute, for sure, all the time. What? So with these TNT guys, if you kind of like spin jump, they won't hit you. Or in my case, last attempt, they will hit you because you don't actually do the spin jump. And then here, oh my gosh, here is a returning face. It is Buzz again. Except in 1 hit, he's about done. And I'm getting trolled right now. I'm getting just green rocket after green rocket. It's not really a whole lot I can do. I don't think Bentley has thrown a single red besides the first one. And he's giving me another green. I believe this is 6 greens so far. So this is bad RNG. This fight should usually not take this long. And green rockets are such a waste, in fact, that basically as soon as reds appear, I'm just going to shoot all my greens so I can get back to the reds. So yeah, that was a terrible fight. Absolute garbage fight. It should have been done in about like 40 seconds, and instead it took us nearly an extra minute and a half. That was my fault for taking that death, of course, but also green rocket trolling did not help. If that death was for RNG manip, I'm just gonna say right now, it did not work. Like, for sure. And then we have the hardest trick in the run besides Firefly. Firefly always trumps it. And Bug, but we didn't even go for the Bug.
Spyro.
And that is going to be Helmet Proxy. So this is the final hub. And basically, we are going to do a difficult series of inputs. So we can get behind the wall and kind of enter the Sorceress layer because the portals bleed a bunch. Oh my god. Yeah, fantastic. Helmet Proxy can take a few attempts for sure. Well, that death wasn't very helpful, but Helmet Proxy can take a few attempts. It's not very easy. Basically, you want to turn the camera as Spyro is spinning. You want to get him stuck in here, and since he's stuck, the game's going to try to shoot him out, and you can kind of do something like that, yeah, where basically Spyro gets launched up the wall. Something like this. There we go. There we go. Then once you get up here, you can do a series of jumps. And you can enter the Sorceress Arena because it bleeds all the way to the back of the ward. If you get a really good Helmet Proxy, you don't even have to do those extra jumps. You can just, like, glide straight to the Sorceress. I had to do the extra jumps, though, because the one I got was pretty low. And then this is the final fight. Timing will end as soon as we finish this boss. And I guess to wrap things up, here we have Sorceress. Agent 9 over there is going to be a homie. He is going to drop us turrets, tanks, and all kinds of artillery to defeat her. Each one is in a different phase. So we have a turret phase, a tank phase, and then a UFO phase. You can actually skip the UFO phase and do the turret phase for 2 rounds, like 2 phases, which is what you want to do. Oh my gosh. Which is what you want to do because the UFO is like a really bad vehicle. So basically we're going to try to manip the Sorceress once a take spawns to get UFO skip. Yeah, that's fine. And the way you do that is you jump off as soon as you land the final hit on Sorceress. not the final hit, but the final hit before the next phase. So it'd be when her health is at halfway. My gosh, I'm sorry. Stuttering a bit. So we're going to miss every single shot. Fantastic. Like, actually every single shot. And that's not going to be great. Okay, now we can go for UFO skip. So we are going to want to line up a shot that we know is going to hit, jump off, and hopefully Agent 9 shot down a tank, and he did not. Okay, we're getting UFO. UFO sucks. It's just not a good vehicle choice. It's very slow, and the best way to do it is just to do like circles, like take a shot and then go in a circle. But I guess that's what we're doing now. And timing is going to stop as soon as ever one last time, which should be soon, assuming I don't choke. But no promises. This run has been 4 tricks and 4 chokes. And that's a joke. This is a joke, man. This is a joke, bro. I'm DMing Dylan after this, bro. Dylan's getting the DM. No, you guys. No, it's not GG. It's not GG. What are you guys talking about? Dylan's getting the DM after this. Oh my gosh. She had invulnerability there. Alright, time. Now it's GG. Oh my gosh. Yeah, stressful, but that's 3 any. Basically, if I had to sum it up in like a few words, I'd just say it's a very trick heavy category. With most Spyro categories, like especially the full completion ones I lean towards, it's a lot of movement, you know? You want to get as much gems in a short period of time, you want to have good routes. For 3 any, it's really just tricks. Like, it's just hit a proxy, skip a level, skip into levels. It's very difficult, but it's very, very fun at the end of the day, and that's all that matters. So, thank you all for the GGs. Thank you. I'm gonna go down the list real quick. Sorry, this is like a thing I do. Thank you, Maple. We got Chips. We got Sneak Talk. We got Aaron. We got Jeremy Thompson, world record holder, as previously established. We got Dream Tour, host of the event. We got good old Thrasher. We got Tiggeron Dono. And we got Adrian VG, who's giving me a egg, shake, and a diamond. Oh, you're a duh. Thank you, Adrian. And yeah, that's 3 any. If it looked interesting and you want to know more about it, Google is a great source. GoogleSpeedruns.com, and obviously look up your favorite games. Spyro Year of the Dragon will be there, and there's a lot of guides to get you started for any category, a lot of YouTube videos to show you the ropes, and we'd love to have you. And if not, that's fine. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of the marathon. And thanks for the GG Electric, man. I got you.
Alright, well, thank you so much, dereklander, for that run. Especially, gotta remind people, this was a very last minute. Derek was called literally earlier today to fill in, so again, thank you so much.
And a category I haven't played in 3 months, so thank you, Dylan. Still under. I mean, it's 36 minutes. I mean, 36 minutes gives me a lot of leeway, but it's definitely, I definitely could have choked more. Like, I still almost pushed it.
No worries, it was all good. Everyone loved the run.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks for having me, and yeah, let's see you guys enjoy the marathon.
And up next on the Summer Dreamathon, we have Cyanide Gunner, excuse me, running Chameleon Twist for the N64. Stay tuned.
Promise you'll come visit Avalar soon, okay?